Happy hump to everybody, and welcome to a Wednesday edition Overtime on this, the one and only Time Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. You know the drill by now. If you haven't done so yet, please get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please remember to tell your friends, your acquaintances, and your associates. Tell them about this. Tell them if they are interested at all in any Michigan sport, be it college or at the professional level, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will try to keep you abreast with what's going on as it pertains to Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, and at the collegiate level, U of M and MSU. So about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 3 days a week. Anyway, please let them know. And again, I have said in the past, and I'll continue to say it, I don't like the use of the word subscribe. I think that scares a lot of people off. I really do. And they seem to think that they would be making kind of a monetary commitment. No, nothing can be further from the truth. The one advantage you would have is you're notified when I do this live, like right now. You're watching me live right now. Get up there, Cap. Get up there. Get up there. Otherwise, you can watch it at your own leisure. I'm going to have to make an adjustment on this camera. I can see that. Can you see me all right? Okay. All right. No, there's you subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing. You get notified when I'm doing it live. And like I said, otherwise you could watch it at your own leisure. That's about it. Thank you for your patronage. We have well over 300 subscribers. We've been doing this a little more than 2 years now, and anywhere from Massachusetts to Hawaii and all points in between. And I can't thank you enough. I think I may have even heard from someone up in Alaska, I believe. Anyway, Time on Overtime on YouTube. Okay. I had a colleague after the Tiger game ended today. I had a colleague text me and say this is probably a microcosm of the Tiger season, the way the game ended today. Absolutely. In short, they had a 3-1 lead headed into the 7th inning. They gave up a home run in the 7th, made it 3-2. Had 2 more in the bottom of the 9th, and lost 4-3. So one of the you can throw a little bad luck in this within this too, I guess. One of the home runs in the 9th inning actually hit the foul pole. That was a game-winning home run. And the one before that was just tucked inside the foul pole. They could have easily both been foul balls, but they weren't. Part of that is bad luck. I understand that. But so there are 5 games under, 61 and 65. They're not going to get back to 500. And they're not going to win the division. They're not going to make the playoffs. And as much as I hate to admit it, maybe A.J. Krasinski was right when he said last week it would be bad for the Tigers to make the playoffs because they just sold their 2 best pitchers or players, if you will. And that's looked at as a white flag waving or a concession or, look, Scott Harris and A.J. Hinch both told us after they traded Tarik Skubal and Casey Mize that they weren't throwing in the towel. Oh, yes, they were. Are we naive or gullible enough to believe that they weren't? This wasn't a concession move. I get it. I understand. You had to trade Skubal. You had to trade Mize both because they were free agents after this season, and you couldn't let them walk away for nothing. All right, I get it. I understand. Your hands were tied, but don't tell us you're not waving the white flag. Uh, Kenley Jansen, Kyle Finnegan, why is he still on the team? I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk. It is what it is, folks. I texted him back when he texted me about the microcosm statement. Uh, Opening day for the Lions, September the 13th. Can't get here quick enough. What is it? 4 weeks. 4 weeks from Sunday, I believe. Maybe three. I don't know. I have to look at a calendar. Opening day, and last time I looked, the Lions were 7-point favorites for that game on the 13th of September. Well, a couple more things I want to discuss on the Lions here. Other than Lions and Tigers, it's a relatively slow day in sports. There's not a whole lot to report. I'll talk a little bit too about this situation in Seattle with the Seahawks signing Terrion Arnold. We'll get to I don't understand. We'll get to that a little bit here. Let's sponsors, commercials. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale, across the street from Aerosmith Printing, and right next to Christie Slade Insurance. Where everybody knows where the Finish Line Restaurant is. Been serving our community proudly now for the better part of 40 years, 4 decades of service, proudly. The best. What can you say? It's simply the best doggone sit-down restaurant in our area. I don't have a script. Well, I'm telling you as a testimonial off the cuff at Living. Where do you want to start? Everything these guys do is class 1, class A. Hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Through Labor Day, they will be open until 8 o'clock on Thursday night. Classic Car Drive-In. They're open year-round on Friday nights until 8 with all-you-can-eat fish. Award-winning breakfast served all day. A lot of great new menu items. I was just in there earlier today. A lot of new exotic ice cream flavors that you have never heard of. Yeah, a lot of new exotic ice cream flavors you never heard of. You got to get in there and try them. They're really good. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to tell you what they're called or what their names are, but gourmet ice cream, if you will, the Finish Line Family Restaurant. Yeah, good stuff. Fast, friendly service, great family atmosphere. I believe I already said award-winning breakfast. And don't forget to get in there and vote. Give your vote to the Finish Line for the WCSR Best Burger Contest going on right now. Because in my humble opinion, already voted burger than at the Finish Line Family Restaurant. Okay, you get in there and vote for them, and yeah, let's hope they win it this year. Have I got everything in for them? I guess I do. Fast, friendly service, great family atmosphere, reasonably priced, a lot of great new menu items up front. And I can promise you, if you look from food at the Finish Line, pay your bill, you're going to have a big smile on your face when you walk out that door. You're going to feel, you'll have a nice, warm, cozy, fuzzy feeling in your stomach. I can promise you that. Better see you there, okay? All right. We're also brought to you in part by Barron Insurance. So, seniors, have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Yeah. Costs big shoe. We're calling an audible with Joe Rudin at Barron Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. So, whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're just simply losing out on coverage, Joe's got the stats and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, you get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Businesses don't get sick. Joe's got group health coverage options for you as well. Okay, give Joe a call at 517-849, or check him out at www.barrettins.com. That's all one word, 2 R's and 2 T's. BarrettINS.com. You find them on the corner of US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. Pardon me. Joe Road Insurance, protecting your dreams, 517-849-1000. BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And of course, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, the only place around here to go for tech services, 37 Walton Street, 517-610-5372, about 100 feet. Tech services, sales, service, anything involving tech services. We are so fortunate to have them in our area here. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street. Whatever it is, computers, new or used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Just get in there and see them. Okay? 517-610-5372. Tell them Rick and Mickey sent you when you go in there. 37 Walton Street in downtown Hillsdale. The Lions you saw in the headlines did welcome back several players the last couple of days. The practice this morning was the last one in front of the fans. Today was the last public practice. There will be a handful of practices before the end of the preseason and before the season starts, but the rest will be only media, only the there to watch. And as I said, they saw players return today. Jameson Williams is back. He had a little shoulder thing going on. Defensive tackle Miles Adams, undisclosed injury, he's back. Quarterback Nick Whiteside has had a good camp. He's back. As I said, Williams was back after missing just a couple of practices with the minor shoulder thing. No big deal. Okay. While he was gone, of course, Tom Kennedy filled in for him. Lions wide receiver Tom Kennedy, he of the member of the Lions practice squad, Ring of Honor. Working with the trainer, Jimmy Roller, the third-round pick out of Michigan, the linebacker, said today it's a week to 10 days yet before he'll be back, but he's progressing nicely, he said. Okay. He expects to get on the field in a week or so. He's on the road to recovery. Like I said, he's been working with the trainer after suffering a grade 2 or grade 3 hamstring strain in the first week of training camp. Too bad. We'll get him. Maybe he can play in the last preseason game. I don't think he has to worry about making it. Well, I don't know. Would he start the season on the practice squad? Number 45, Devin White, has had a great camp. We talked about this guy before. He was second in the NFL last year in tackles, just ahead of Jack Campbell. Dan Campbell said he's had a great camp. Now, a guy that I respect a lot and like a lot, Matt Derry, Dery, does a daily podcast called Locked On Lions, and I respect his opinion a lot. He doesn't think much of Devin White at all, especially his coverage skills. Dan Campbell says just the opposite. Said his coverage skills in practice have been very good. I think Devin White will make a big difference with this defense this year. I really do. But again, well, we'll get into that in just a second. Not practicing. Isaiah Pacheco still has a mild knee strain. I don't really know when he'll be back. There's no timetable on the offensive tackle Giovanni Manu. Of course, you know about center Cade Mays with his wrist. They hope to get him back in early October. Interesting, guard Ben Bartch, Bartch, an undisclosed ailment. Dan Campbell says Ben Bartch is in the mix for that left tackle spot. along with Christian Mahogany and Miles Frazier. Remember that name, Ben Barge. But, I'll get to this in just a second. Sam Laporta, for some reason or other, did not practice today. Don't know if it was personal or injury or what. He did not practice today. Makai Wingo, Kirby Joseph, and Brian Bryant, of course, are on the pup list. Dan Campbell expects to have them back within the next few weeks. Okay, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. That left guard spot for the Lions. And this is where the injury to Cade Mays comes into play. Cade Mays was going to be your center. I thought Juice Scruggs. That's the guard / center they got from the Texans in the David Montgomery trade. I thought Juice Scruggs was going to win that starting left tackle spot. Because of the injury to Mays, he's had to slide over to play center. He just came back too this week. I'm talking about Juice Scruggs. Good to have him back, but so remember that name. I still think at least until Cade Mays gets back, Christian Mahogany probably has the inside track on the left guard spot. Dan Campbell says don't count Ben Barch out. Bartch. Remember that name. I do think once Cade Mays gets back, of course, he'll be the center. I think you'll see, depending on how they were playing, could see Juice Scruggs slide back to left tackle. Lions do have pretty good depth on that offensive line now. They made a concerted effort in the offseason to add some depth, quality depth to that offensive line, and they've done that. So Dan Campbell has said a lot of the regulars will play Saturday at noon against the Commanders. He did not specifically say two, but I know who you won't see, and that's Jared Goff or Jahmyr Gibbs. Probably not Amon-Ra St. Brown either, or Jameson Williams. Okay. No. Anxious to see, who plays Saturday at noon on Fox 47. And as I said before, I'll be September 13th. Can't get here quick enough for me. One last thing before we get out of here. The Lions cut bait at issues. They cut bait with quarterback Terrion Arnold. And he signed with the Seattle Seahawks. John Schneider is the general manager of the Seattle Seahawks. Terrion Arnold signed a 1-year contract with the Seattle Seahawks. I thought John Schneider, I had a lot of respect for him. He had a Super Bowl winning team last year. Obviously, he's very bright. He's one of your top NFL executives. I don't understand this move of him signing Terrion Arnold. But what I was getting to, Terrion Arnold, folks, has been placed on the commissioner's exempt list. What does that mean? It means he can't practice or he can't play. But he can go to the team meetings and he will get paid. His trial doesn't come up until what? November? For the life of me, I don't understand this move at all on the part of Seattle. And of course, the Lions decided to cut bait totally with Terrion Arnold. And I don't understand why the press is still asking him to comment. After he signed with the Seattle, he was solicited by the press for a comment. No, see, this is what makes it. Why? Why do you want me to? I couldn't. This is why I could never be a coach or manager. I wouldn't be able to deal with the press. Thankfully, and in his favor, to his credit, Dan Campbell is very good with the press. Very good. So, I don't understand Terrion Arnold. He's a member of the Seahawks now officially because he signed a 1-year deal. but he can't practice and he can't play. But he'll be at team meetings and he'll pick up a paycheck. What do they get paid? Bi-weekly? They can get paid every other week in the NFL. Well, I'm sure they all do direct deposit too, by the way. Is there an NFL player at all that still gets a paper check? I doubt it. Can you see taking a check into a bank like that and trying to cash it? Anyway, that's going to do it. I'll talk to you all again on Friday. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me. I probably went a little too long today, but it is what it is. Michigan, 2 weeks from Saturday against Western on September the 5th, 7:30 on NBC. Night before that, you got Michigan State opening up against Toledo. What time that game starts, but it is a night game. Okay, it'll be here before you know it, and I can't wait. I'm so happy we have football coming up. Okay, thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember, folks, please treat each other with respect. Don't forget to check us out every Saturday morning here locally at WCSR 92.1 FM from 9 to 10 on the Time Out Show with Andy and Jed. So until Friday, thanks so much for watching and listening again. Remember, tell your friends we need more subscribers. So have a very pleasant evening. And again, thank you so much for watching. So long, everybody.